supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Victorious warriors win first, and then go to war. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. All warfare is based on deception. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. Do not engage an enemy more powerful than you. And if it is unavoidable and you do engage, make sure you do so on your terms. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy, so that he cannot fathom our real intent. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Engage people with what they expect. It is what they are able to discern and confirms their projections. It settles them into predictable patterns of response, occupying their minds while you wait for the extraordinary moment, that which they cannot anticipate. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. A leader leads by example, not by force. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This will diminish his enthusiasm. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Rouse him and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself so as to find out his vulnerable spots. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow. Decision to the releasing of the trigger. Those who win every battle are not really skillful. Those who render others' armies helpless without fighting are the best of all. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. Unhappy is the fate of one who tries to win his battles and succeed in his attacks without cultivating the spirit of enterprise. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Success in warfare is gained by carefully accommodating ourselves to the enemy's purpose. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. Hence, to fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. If words of command are not clear and distinct, if orders are not thoroughly understood, the general is to blame. When strong, avoid them. If of high morale, depress them. Seem humble to fill them with conceit. A wise general makes a point of foraging on the enemy. Use spies to confuse and weaken the enemy. He wins who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. Be where the enemy is not. Water shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows. There are 5 dangerous faults which may affect a general: recklessness, cowardice, hasty temper, oversensitivity to honor, and over-solicitude for his troops. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. To capture the enemy's entire army is better than to destroy it. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. The wise warrior avoids the battle. Know the terrain, and you will never be surprised. He who relies solely on warlike measures shall be exterminated. He who relies solely on peaceful measures shall perish. Quickness is the essence of war. The line between disorder and order lies in logistics. The good fighters of old first put themselves beyond the possibility of defeat. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Great results can be achieved with small forces when applied wisely. Thus, the expert in battle moves the enemy, and is not moved by him. He will conquer who has learned the art of deviation. One mark of a great soldier is that he fights on his own terms or not at all. A kingdom that has once been destroyed can never come again into being, nor can the dead ever be brought back to life. It is more important to outthink your enemy than to outfight him. Let your rapidity be that of the wind, your compactness that of the forest. There are roads which must not be followed, armies which must not be attacked, towns which must not be besieged. You have to believe in yourself. The peak efficiency of knowledge and strategy is to make conflict unnecessary. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Anger may in time change to gladness. Vexation may be succeeded by content. When troops flee, are insubordinate, collapse in disorder, or are routed, it is the fault of the general. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Leadership is a matter of intelligence, trustworthiness, humaneness, courage, and discipline. A skilled commander seeks victory from the situation and does not demand it of his subordinates. When your army has crossed the border, you should burn your boats and bridges in order to make it clear to your men that they have no chance of return. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. He who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. When one treats people with benevolence, justice, and righteousness, and reposes confidence in them, the army will be united in mind, and all will be happy to serve their leaders. Success depends on previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Know the ground, know the weather, and your victory will be complete. When your strategy is deep and far-reaching, what you gain by your calculations is much. If you are far from the enemy, make him believe you are near. Prohibit the taking of omens and do away with superstitions. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. Tactics flow from a superior position, not from desire. If soldiers are punished before they have grown attached to you, they will not prove submissive. Be subtle, and use your spies for every kind of business. To foresee victory when it is known to all is not true wisdom. He who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. An army may march great distances without distress, if it marches through country where the enemy is not. Bravery without forethought causes a man to fight blindly and desperately like a mad bull. Plan secretly, move silently, act swiftly. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. The way of war is a way of deception. When orders are consistently obeyed, soldiers become accustomed to following them, and success is assured. No ruler should put troops into the field merely to gratify his own spleen. The skillful fighter puts himself into a position which makes defeat impossible. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. New content coming your way every week. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now and join the family.